Hi, my name is Herman. I'm with Accurate Staging. I'm about to show you how to set up a line array, how to power it up and bring it down. First thing we're going to talk about is power to our line array. Power required is 220 3-phase, which once you got your house power or your power source, you plug into our box. It's a 10-5 cable. Once you plug it into our box, you'll see 3-phase light up. I like to check the motor before we do anything, just to make sure our motor is running properly. First thing you do on the line array, when it comes from our shop, it'll be all self-contained into one unit, rolling. What you do is you unbolt the 3 bolts that are attaching the top section of the line array. You remove the 4-foot section. It'll have 4 bolts on top, which are the 4 bolts that you need to use at your connection point. After that, you got the 2 safety bolts that are in the center of the line array on the hinge plate of it. You remove those 2 safety bolts and the 2 side bolts because that's a hinging piece. So you remove that, you hinge it down, and you start with placing the motor. We have a 1-ton motor that picks up our line arrays. You clip on the chain bag, and now you can start positioning the rest of the pieces for the line array. So you got a 4-foot section that you bolt on. Once you do that, then you bolt on the top section. So you got 3 pieces. Obviously, using a helper to do this would be great. 2 guys usually is what it takes. Once you got it all bolted together, put the pulleys in place next. You remove the pin that's on top for safety. Once the pins are removed, now you're ready to run out the motor. Then your helper will run out the chain for you as you feed the chain onto these pulleys. Run it all the way through the first pulley, the second pulley, and through the pulley blockhead on the top, running it all the way down to its pick point, located on the second piece of truss from the bottom of the line array. Make sure the chain's not twisted. Once you got that all in place, you put the pins that are on the top of our chain pulleys, which are a safety for the chain not to pop out of these pulleys as the motors are pulling it back and forth. Before you run this out, obviously you need outriggers. You would place your front outriggers first and your back outriggers last. Before anything moves, elevate it off the wheels. You do with the 4 inner adjustment foots we got. Once you're there, you obviously got to level it to the ground you're in and wherever you're at. Make sure everything's safetied off, and then go ahead and run it up. Try to do this in a smooth, continuous motion without stopping in between, which usually works best so you don't have any bounce to it as you go up. So once you go up, keep going up, don't stop until obviously you're to its position when it's fully erected up. So once it's straight up, you lock it back in with the 2 bolts on the flange of where the hinge is. You bolt that on. Then once you got those 2 on, it should be pretty safe. But we also have 2 added bolts that are about 4 inch long on the center, and that's your safety. You put those on, and then we got a center support that you put on that cheese burrows to the truss, and it'll have a 3/8 bolt running through it with a wing nut on the front legs only. And that's after you raise the line array. That's pretty much setting it up. Coming down is obviously just the reverse of what you just did to set it up. And you can go ahead and run your chain all the way down to your speakers or your PA, whatever you're picking up. All right, we just showed you how to set up the line array, how to bring it down, how to power it up. So if you have any questions, feel free to call Accurate Staging anytime.